What is going on, everybody? So today we're actually going to be showing you some of the best settings that you guys can use in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm very excited to show you guys this video. A lot of you guys keep asking me, yo, Skills, what are your settings? What are the main settings that I need to change in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to help me improve my gameplay? I had a couple friends, they went in, didn't change any settings. I told them to change just a few, and they definitely enjoy the game a lot more. They're performing better, and it's helping them all around. So if you guys are ready for this, if you guys enjoy the video, if you guys have any suggestions, use the comment section down below. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up to support the video, but let's get into the settings. Let's start off with the controller settings. So for the aiming input device, obviously it's a controller because that's what we are using right here. For the button layout preset, I personally like mine on tactical. It's just something I've always played. When I play Call of Duty, I've always played it because I like having the slide button and the crouch button on my thumbstick. And then obviously you have the circle for your melee. So that's just the difference between default and tactical. So I personally like tactical. For the flip L1 to L2 and R1 to R2, that really just depends on your controller. If you have a SCUF controller that actually has trigger stops, you won't have to push down as far, right? You don't have to push down as far. But if you have something like the regular PlayStation 5 controller, well, you have to push all the way down. So just two big differences. So some people like using the L1 instead. It's really up to you. Since I do have trigger stops, I leave this off. For the stick layout preset, I keep mine on default. For controller vibration, this 100%, I believe, if you're trying to play competitively or if you're just trying to control your aim better, always have this off. For story mode, for single player, hey, that's perfectly fine. Once you start playing other players, might as well just turn that off. For the trigger effect, I keep this off. I know we have full haptics on the PlayStation 5 controller, and yeah, it's a thing of beauty, right? Thing of beauty, the haptic feedbacks, but I'll tell you, for PvP, for playing against other players, it's just something that you don't want to have on. It's going to mess up your aim. Horizontal stick sensitivity, vertical stick sensitivity, I have mine on 6. Now this can actually go all the way up to 20. Look at this, that's pretty crazy. So I plan on testing mine. I'll probably bump mine up. I might even get all the way up to 10, but I've been doing so well with 6. My aim has been on point. I'm kind of hesitant to really switch that, and since I do play a lot of third person, this one actually has helped me out. So I kind of want to I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm doing really well, so I might change this in the near future. For the ADS sensitivity multiplier, mine is on 1, and then these settings right here are on default for sensitivity multiplier and vertical aim access. Now if you guys have changed this, let me know in the comments what have been the settings that you guys have used. We keep going down, you see the aim down sight behavior, I have that on hold, and then you have automatic sprint. And this is where a lot of people have different opinions. Usually on off, some people like automatic sprint. I personally love automatic tactical sprint. It's just something I use in Warzone, something I plan on using here. So automatic tactical sprint is what I use for third person in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I use it for the FPS. For the equipment behavior, I like to put this on hold. You have the weapon mount activation, double tap ADS. I like that instead of just regular ADS because when you come around a corner, if you ADS too close to that wall, you'll mount. Hate that. So I want to make sure that I have to mount it, so I have to double tap. Interact reload behavior, I have this on prioritize reload, and why this is better than just regular tap reload is if you reload and interact are available simultaneously, that means if you tap to reload and then you hold to interact. I think this is perfect right here. The armor plate behavior, I have that on apply all, but this is more for once you, I think maybe in Ground War they have armor plates. I'm not 100% sure, but that's more for the Battle Royale and Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. Now there are some advanced settings I did change, not too many, but a couple I wouldn't mind going over with you real quick. For the target aim assist, I have that on all. For aim assist type, I tried all 4 of these: Black Ops, Focusing, Precision. Default was the one that really worked well with me, and then the aim response curve type, same thing, I left it on standard. What I want to know, have you guys changed these settings right here? Did you guys change them? Let me know what aim assist you currently use, that if you're using this. You have the ADS sensitivity multiplier, I left that on 1, and we can keep going down because most of these I haven't even changed. You can see our sprint tactical sprint behavior is toggled, the auto move forward is off. The tactical sprint behavior is double tap, and then this is where a couple settings that I did change. If you guys plan on slide canceling, at least in the beta, well, there are some settings you have to change for that. I currently don't use it because TTK is so fast that I do use it every now and then, but I just didn't want to change all my settings, but you guys can do that. Now I do have ground mantle on. I have automatic airborne mantle partial, so it only activates if it can prevent me from falling. Automatic ground mantle, I have that one off. So I believe if you guys plan on doing any kind of slide canceling, you have to have all of these off. So the invert slide and dive behavior is going to be standard, and then plunging underwater movement. So everything else here is going to be the same. I didn't adjust anything else here. This is all going to be default. The one thing I did change is that quick C4 detonation, but everything else is going to be standard right here. The next settings are some settings I highly recommend you changing, and they're going to be on the graphics tab, and this will definitely help you see targets down range. As you guys look, we have the world motion blur. That's going to be off. If you don't have it off, when you're moving around, you'll start to get blurriness in the background, and I hate that, especially if I'm looking for players. Same thing with weapon motion blur. You want to have this off because when you're moving, you don't want your weapon to have any kind of blurry effect. You don't want anything to really mess with your vision, especially if you're looking for players, so keep that off. The film grain, some people have this off. I just left mine on default. Now, the depth of field, another one, highly recommend turning this off because anything at distance will look blurry if you're not aimed in on it. You don't want that. What if another player comes out? That way you can snap to targets a lot easier. So I would keep that off. The fidelity, I actually have this off. I haven't really messed with it too much. Let me know if you guys have adjusted this. And we keep going down. For your field of view, you have two types. You have one for FPS and you have one for third person. So for FPS, I have my maxed out at 120. Just to give you a little reference, I play on a 28-inch monitor, an LG monitor, and I love it. So for me, 120 works great, especially since I'm playing on a monitor. For some of you, you might not like it, but that's what I play with. I started with 100. I went to 120 and really liked how 120 was. For the third person field of view, I pushed that on 90, and I feel like it just helps you see more to your right and to your left, especially when you get around corners and you want to set up for the next play. So those two, definitely max them out if you can support it, if you enjoy it. And that's pretty much it for your controllers and for your graphics. And the last thing is going to be your audio. So just a couple things I do is I always lower my music down, and I always lower the dialogue down. Everything else I tend to adjust little by little as I'm in there. And another thing I will tell you guys, if you guys are playing in game, I would highly recommend, not only to help out you and your teammates, is lower your voice chat volume. I have mine on 26 because people sound so loud. And then your microphone volume, lower that too, so you're not blasting everybody else's ears. So those are the two settings that would change, or you might get muted pretty quick in game and then you won't have anybody to talk to. So voice chat volume and microphone volume, highly recommend playing with that so you guys can hear other players. Obviously, if more people would start with the microphone volume a little bit lower, we wouldn't have to adjust the voice volume too much. So, and those right there, guys, are all the settings that I currently use in Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, if they adjust any of these settings, if I end up tweaking any of these settings once the game goes live officially, I will let you know. But at the moment, those are my go-to settings. Those are the settings that have been working for me. And I've been playing the beta. I already hit level 30. Been played last weekend, played this weekend, and I plan on playing some more. So if you guys want to catch me live, remember, you guys can catch me on the live streaming channel on YouTube. That's actually on NothingButSkillz live. So youtube.com, NothingButSkillz live. We were streaming a little bit last night. The VOD is live. We actually put some shorts over there, so you guys can go over there, enjoy the content over there if you want to see any of the live streams. But yeah, we'll definitely have some more Modern Warfare videos right here. So if you guys are excited for that, please leave me a thumbs up. Let me know if you changed any settings that I didn't mention. I'll see you guys in the next one, but until then, hey, Nothing But Skills out. Take it easy, everybody.